It's a new year, we've got a new setup, and we want to share with you a new marketing tool.
Let's tea talk about that.
Right, Darren, we are back for our first tea talk of 2025
New
in
year,
a new setup.
New set. And we've got one more thing to show off.
We have. And we're not to build up too much, but we've got party poppers.
Yeah, I think
are we ready?
So we've got to
you lucky people. Right.
Ready?
Should we do the big countdown?
3, 2, 1. Look at
this.
Woo,
we're just the gift that keeps on giving.
Go on.
Where's the fire extinguisher?
Yeah.
Quick.
That's going to set on fire.
Amazing. Right, well, there we go. Yes. What do you think of our wonderful new set? I think it's amazing. Darren, do you want to just quickly, for our Tea Talk viewers, and if you are listening to this, because we are now available on Spotify and Pod, you are missing a treat.
They are so confused at this
They really
stage.
are. So just explain why we've moved and what we're now looking at.
Bit of backstory. Just before Christmas,
yes,
I was in here on my own. You were out.
Yes. Okay.
And
probably.
We were, so those people who are keen viewers of Tea Talks will have noticed that a couple of weeks ago, we actually changed up the camera format a little bit.
Yeah, we've done a few changes.
We had a couple of different angles in.
Yeah.
I wasn't happy with it.
Okay.
And I was thinking, how am I going to move? It was particularly the wide angle.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, how am I going to move this around the set to work? Ultimately, I couldn't figure it out. So instead, I moved the set around the camera.
Why not?
And so you weren't here.
Yeah.
I actually had Archie, who's just over there. I had him come up. I told him my idea. And he said, I'm on my lunch, Darren, I can't help you. And I said, don't worry, I've got this. And I just had to do it.
Yeah.
So I moved the whole set.
This is why we get on like House on Fire, because you are very impatient.
Once I have an idea,
you have to implement it. And that is I'm exactly the same.
You know, this completely side plot here, but when I was a kid, I used to do this all the time with my bedroom.
Yeah, just change it around.
I've just got to do it and see how it works.
I still do that now.
Yeah, there you go.
I will do that. I will have her on. I go, the lounge. Yeah, I'm not happy with this anymore. Yeah. We're going to move the TV over there. We're going to move the sofa.
We'll never know until we do it. So I just moved it, and because I was stood over there. I looked over there and I saw that arch.
Yeah,
and I thought,
I'm loving this.
This is beautiful.
This does look amazing. So we bought lights.
We bought lights. Yeah, very nice lights.
It is so cool.
Which are actually the same brand as our big lights that are back there.
There you go.
And they are color. They can actually change color. As I'm talking now, Archie might go through and just do a few changes. He's on the controls back there. And well, there we go. When things get serious, it turns red.
Oh yeah, we should do a bit of that. We should have it. We should have that. Yeah, we should do
that. It's like
in
Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Yeah, but the lights come down if we get really into it. Yeah, I love this. It's so good.
And then the sort of the piece of resistance. I don't speak French, but the logo.
It's so good.
Perfect.
Yeah, it is. We had that put up.
Yes, we did.
Just before Christmas. Yeah, exactly. So as part, we did. Anyone that sees us on LinkedIn and social, they would have seen we had a whole bunch of signage put up, new signage, just give it a refresh.
Doing an uncut about it.
Yes, we are.
Again, we check out our uncut series.
Yes. And for those that are listening on Spotify and Apple, they've just missed all of that and probably going, what on earth are you talking about?
No idea.
Can we get into the actual episode? Yes, we will, very shortly. A bit.
Video is now on Spotify as well.
Oh,
there you go. Right, in the cheap seats back here. There you go. He's talking about, yes, it is now video on Spotify as well.
Video is on Spotify.
Blimey,
but don't do it in the car.
No, you know what happens if you do that.
You drive off a cliff.
Yeah, exactly. So there we go. So new setup. Let us know what you think. I am loving this. I have to. I think it looks fab. So well done, you. I did come in because you were. I was
came downstairs sweating and.
I came in the office. I don't know where I'd been at a client or something, and I came in and I just saw you. You just had your t-shirt on. You had a vest on.
I had a vest
you were
on.
sweating, and I was like, "What on earth have you been doing?" And you were like, "Come and see this." And then I was like, "Wow." So yes, there you go. This is our new set. It looks fab. So new year. because this is the first
It
Tea
is
Talk
the
we've
first
recorded
year
of
that we've
2025.
recorded. It's not the first one that's gone out, but it's the first
second
one we
week,
recorded.
at the time of recording, second week back.
Yeah.
This will be going out next week, so still in January.
Yeah.
But first time we've recorded in this new setup. First time we
yeah.
recorded Tea Talk in the year. Hence we're a bit rusty. Hence we've rabbited on for 5 minutes and haven't even really got started. But forgive us.
That's
now.
all right.
There is, so what we want to talk about on this episode
Yes.
is a new marketing tool, but really it's a new concept. And
Yeah.
this is something that it's an idea I had on holiday a couple of weeks ago.
What's it called?
And it's called it's an acronym. It's an acronym. So, and I was messaging Darren, even though it's holidays, and I was going, Darren, I've had an idea. This is amazing. Because, so for those of you that engage with our content and that would have seen some stuff, so for many, many moons, for many years, I have had a sort of a concept that I've used, which has enabled me to have conversations with clients and prospective clients and help those business owners better understand their marketing and just really simplify it. And it's a real art if from if you're talking to a prospective client, a lot of business owners are not marketers. So they have to spin many plates, and marketing is just one of them. And so one of the things that I have learned over the years, crafted my experience, my skill in doing, is being able to communicate effectively with business owners in a kind of a non-techie way that makes sense, that they can understand based on the services we provide and how we can add value and how ultimately we can grow the business. This is what we do. And for many years, I've used an acronym which I called the backbone of digital marketing.
I think I've heard that.
I think you have, possibly. Yeah. So, and the idea of that, just for those that don't know, is very simple. It's essentially, I use the acronym of BONE, and then I liken it to a backbone, because I think if you have a strong backbone in anything, you're going to be in a good place.
Yeah.
So I likened it to that, and it made a lot of sense for a lot of people, and it's worked a treat, and it continues to work a treat, and I've written a guide on it. We've recorded videos on it.
Yeah.
So many, pretty much every prospect I talk to references it.
Yeah.
All of our clients know what it is, and they go, oh yeah, the backbone, I'm strong here, weak there. It's essentially like doing a SWOT analysis for your marketing. Really, it's a case of identifying your strengths, your weaknesses, and so on.
Yeah.
And what the backbone stands for, so if you think of the bone analogy, is essentially saying, as a business, you can buy your traffic in. So buy traffic, sales lead, you can buy it. And that's ads, right? Anytime you're buying that traffic in, you're paying a premium to get those people in. So you can buy your traffic.
Sure.
Then you've got a proportion of the traffic that you own. So there's by own, I mean direct, repeat, returning.
Sure.
Then there's a portion of the traffic that I liken to that you are nurturing. Right? So that is, I think of that as social media, referral, stuff like that, right? They're people that you're building know, like and trust with over a period of time.
Okay.
And then the last one is the traffic that you earn.
Sure.
And if you think of those 4 pillars, think of them as 4 pillars, 4 buckets, whatever, but you've got how much as a business, if you think about your business and whether you're sales or leads, it doesn't matter, but if you think, how reliant is my business and what proportion of my sales, my leads, am I buying in? How much do I own through brand awareness? How much am I nurturing? Am I doing a good job with my nurturing or not? Or where are the opportunities when it comes to social media, referral, recommendation, email, and so on? And then how much am I earning, which is through SEO and organic and content and so on. And those businesses that do that, and you can do it yourself, you just go into your analytics platform of choice, you look at your data over a period of time, and you go, right, in total, we've had X amount of sales or leads. Proportionally, how many of those can I attribute to those 4 pillars? And what it does is it gives you a really good idea of just how reliant your brand is. So you might go, we are hugely reliant on ads or on the traffic we're buying, and we're doing a really terrible job with the traffic that we're nurturing. Okay, as a business, we need to improve our email, our social.
Yeah.
That's the premise of it, right? And for anyone that's going, oh, that sounds interesting, I've not heard that before, you can have a look at it. We'll make sure we link, Archie, if you can make a note, we will add a link to the Backbone Guide because it's still there. And I've used it for a decade. I've used it for a decade.
And it's still relevant, regardless of this new idea.
It's still there. It's still, and I'm still going to keep it. It still is. It works. It's worked for a decade. It's amazing.
Because in a way, this new one, correct me if I'm wrong, but this new one, it doesn't necessarily really replace Backbone.
No.
It's almost a different version.
Kind of, yeah.
So it's different enough, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
That it doesn't necessarily, it's not direct replacement.
It's not a direct replacement. It's an evolution.
It is.
It's an evolution, this next one, of of that, because for the last in 24 we had so many conversations with brands and prospects. I mean, we won more clients in 24 than we won in any other year.
Yeah.
I think actually,
I'd like to know actually how many years could you add up?
I think I need to work it out. It's a really good. I think we won more new business in 24 than we probably won in the previous 3 years.
Wow.
Yeah, maybe even 4 years.
I think we
Which
need
is
to
a
get
stat.
that number.
That is incredible stat, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's definitely 3 years.
We need to get that number, and then we need to make a LinkedIn post
Yeah,
about
we do
it.
do that. That's a good. We do that. But yeah, it's definitely 3 years, possibly 4. We won so much new business
incredible.
last year.
Maybe
which
5?
Was not as many as that. Because but 2020
nice
was
round number.
2020 was COVID, which for a lot of agencies was a good year. 21 was okay.
Sure.
22 was nah.
Yeah.
23 was awful. And then 24
And then I
better. And then the saviour turned up.
Call me the Evergreen Messiah.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, he just came in, parted the ways, and saw all these clients coming in. Yeah. But last year, having so many conversations with so many businesses, and there was lots of clients that I spoke to that didn't sign up, but I'm talking to them, and dozens, probably hundreds of conversations last year.
Mm-hmm.
And through those conversations, the backbone would come up time and time again, and I'd be talking about it.
Yeah.
And what I started to realize in that is I started to take those conversations in a slightly different angle. And I started to talk about some of the same themes of and I started to think there's a better version of this that's more applicable to the brands we're talking to, which are owner-operator SMEs, obviously in the home garden lifestyle space, and thinking about them and their troubles and their realities and what their growth pains and so on and so forth. It was really sort of thinking about that. And so I basically looked at it, and what I've come up with, the new analogy basically is not the backbone, it's now bear. Right. Oh, that was well timed. The dog's barking.
There's a bear.
We now have an office dog, by the way. So if you hear barking, that's what that is. But yes, it's now bear, as in the grizzly, the grizzly bear. But what this stands for, I'm going to walk you through it. Oh.
It's the same spelling.
It could be.
It's the same.
Okay. I'm going to go with bear just because I think that's better. But
I'll just leave.
Yeah. Sit down. This is my episode. I want to talk about what I'm here to talk about. Right. So So with bear. So I'm going to walk you through this one.
Sure.
Any questions? Shout. So whereas before it was buy, own, nurture, earn. Okay. That was what it was before.
Yeah.
And that was good, but one of the issues that I saw with that is I would say buy, and some people would go, what do you mean by buy? And they would go, own, what do you mean by own? Nurture, what do you mean, right?
It comes with the caveat that you need to explain.
You've got to explain it a little bit more, right? I think with bear, you don't have to.
Okay.
Because fundamentally, the B of bear stands for brand. And that is
we all know what that means.
Where I always start the conversation. Every single prospect I'm talking to, whenever I sort of, we'll have a call and they go, oh, we want to talk about how Evergreen can partner and we can grow. I always go, let's talk about your brand.
Yeah.
As a brand, talk to me about the business, talk to me about the brand and understand how prominent a role your brand is. Because for some of our clients, their brand is absolutely vital. They've built a brand. They're known for providing a service or a product, be it locally or nationally. And the brand is absolutely vital. So once we understand that, and then for others, it's a case of, oh, we're not really known. We don't really have a brand. We are entirely reliant on ads or just whatever. So brand is first. Understanding the role that brand plays.
And I think that's good to be first.
It needs to be first because it's either the big one, as in, we've got some clients where brand is absolutely mission critical for them right now, right? Or we've got others where, we don't really have a brand, but equally it's a massive opportunity. So either it's playing a huge role now or could play a huge role. So it comes first. So brand.
Sure.
The second channel I often go and talk about straight away is email.
Easy.
Now, we don't provide email right, as a service, but I always ask the question, I should say, we are seriously considering it. We are. So stay tuned. But we are looking at rolling out email into our portfolio of services just for we wouldn't do it standalone, but as part of our service offering for our existing clients. So, but email, I always ask about email and I always say, well, what role is email playing? Are you doing email marketing in your business? Because frankly, a headline is everyone should be doing email. If you're not doing email, you are missing a trick. Email is an incredible way to stay top of mind with your clients, to prompt with, we're running this sale, we're doing this, we're doing that, here's our new products, here's our new services. It is an amazing way of staying top of mind with your target customer.
Before we go any further, if you're enjoying today's Tea Talk, you'll love our Grow with Evergreen podcast. Specifically created for home, garden, and lifestyle brands, it's a podcast dedicated to discussing paid media and marketing. Every episode, we're joined by a brand that wants to grow online. We delve into their business, dissect what they're doing, and define a digital growth strategy they can take and deploy into their business. And best of all, you get to listen or watch along, then take those learnings into your own business. Make sure you check it out on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. But for now, let's get back to today's Tea Talk.
How many people have we spoken to? And I'm thinking about the podcast. If you haven't seen it, go and watch Grow with Evergreen.
There you go.
How many people have we spoken to who say, oh yeah, I've got 50,000 people on my email list? Are you doing anything?
Oh,
no,
not even touching it. And you're just like, sorry, what?
Yeah.
Yeah. So email is, an incredible opportunity for brands. So some of them, when they say, oh, we're doing it, I'm like, great, it's amazing. I'll sign up, I'll see their answer. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Others, they're not doing it. And I'm like, the conversation has been, we don't do it, but you as a business, you absolutely need to be doing it.
And that's how you know that that's true, that statement.
Oh, yeah, no, 100%.
Because we're not trying to sell
I'm not saying I'm saying we don't do it. I mean, we may do it, but so far, we don't do it. I'm just going, but you as a business, you absolutely need to be doing it.
And that's
what are you
probably
doing?
the reason why we're considering doing it.
Yeah, because I see it. No, that is absolutely the reason. Because I'm so many clients go, yeah, we don't do it. Or we've got someone, but we don't do a good job. And I'm just like, you're literally leaving that pile of money on the table, that you're leaving it there. So email's vital. So I always ask about brand.
Yeah.
I always ask about email.
Sure.
Then the A, ads.
Wow.
Right?
That's our thing.
So changing it from just being buying it and then, well, what's buying it? It's ads. I've just kind of, let's cut straight to the chase.
Ads.
It's ads.
It's
ads,
so simple.
any and all ads, right? So just think about ads, whether you're running search ads, social ads, it doesn't matter. Any type of ads, what role, and it's the same, like the concept is what role are ads playing in your business? How reliant is your business on ads? Once you understand that, the A is for ads. And we can look into that. You go to and you just then start to go, okay, we are as a brand, as a business, we are hugely reliant on ads. Oh, ads only plays a 20% or a 30% role in our business, which is roughly where you want it to be. Then the last one, referral and recommendation, because most of our clients, small business SMEs, they have, and everyone will be able to relate to this, that most of us get started in business through word of mouth, referral, recommendation, a friend of a friend. It's all that, right? Whether your product or service, you build up your reputation. So the last one is all of the above. It's kind of the referrer, the recommendation, the word of mouth, and any other bits and bobs. But you will find the vast majority of people that will watch this, listen to this, and certainly the people that I speak to, the business that I speak to, and the marketers, some of them I speak to, it's the head of marketing or the CMO, those type of roles. They will, most of their traffic, their sales, their leads will absolutely come down to those four. It will be, what role does brand play? What role does email play in your comms strategy? Because that should play a vital role for all the reasons we've discussed. Then what role does ads play? And then your referral and your recommendation. Now, there is organic and there is, other bits and bobs. And that does play a role. And that's why I've sort of referral plus other.
Okay.
But what I've seen is organic. Most SMEs, most small businesses, when you remove the brand side of things, their organic visibility is minimal. Now, that doesn't mean it should stay that. There is an opportunity to increase your organic. And there is not intended to be it's going to cover every single lead you're ever going to get into your business. But I can guarantee for 99 out of every 100 business owners that would listen to this, watching this, brand, email, ads, and referral will account for the vast majority of their sales and leads.
Wow.
And so now, what I'm going to do, one of my plans for this year is to write this up into a guide. We're going to record it as a video series, and I'm going to then start talking about this in our content. And certainly when I've already started doing it with prospective clients. When I'm talking to them, I'm like, right, and the funny thing is I don't even actually say, right, let's talk bear, because I go, what do you mean? Let's talk bear? No, I'm here to talk paid media. But what I do is because this is born off the back of the conversation I just had. I'll just pick up the phone and they'll go, I want to talk about, this. And I said, right, talk to me about your business, talk to me about your brand.
Yeah.
And they do. And then I just go, are we doing email? And they just go, yeah, we are doing email. I'm like, right, how are you doing it? Can I sign up? Can I see your flows? And they go, yeah, no. And they go, oh, we're not doing it. I'm like, you need to do it. Why? And I talked about it. I go, right, now let's talk ads. And then it's right, referral recommendation. Oh, well, yeah, we used to get loads, but now we don't do so much. And we get that. We want to grow. So there's ads and so on.
And then they say, all that we've just spoken about, you could almost summarize that as bear.
Yeah. And I just go, oh, yeah, you could. I think I'm quite excited by this I quite like me. I'm a marketer. Marketers love acronyms, right? We all love an acronym. We do.
This whole episode, I've been thinking about whether or not to do an overlay for bear.
Oh, you got one coming up from the back here. Every time we mention bear, right? Archie and posted it. Every time we mention bear, have a little coming up. But that's got to become a thing. We've got to do that. We've got to do that. But I think. That for me, I quite, as a marketer, I love an acronym, and I think something that hopefully, if you listen to this, you sort of go, well, that's relatable. And I think it is because you don't need me to do it. You can go away, look at your GA4 data, you can look at your own data, and just open up a window of time. Look at all of 2024, right? This is something everyone can do, and it is so enlightening. You go, I didn't know that. Is you can look at all of 24 or whatever period of day, last 6 months, last 12 months, or whatever. Go into your attribution models, which is on within Google Analytics, if you use Google Analytics, but essentially find your traffic sources and your conversion sources, basically, that's what you're looking for. Look at your sales, your leads, and then you want to look at that and how it's attributed different across the different channels. Now, it won't be an exact science. It's not going to tell you exactly this is this and this. That's because we all know we're in a data attribution world, which essentially means the average customer is going to have multiple interactions with your business before they buy. They're going to see your ad on Google, then they might see a meta ad, then they might sign up to your emails, then they might, word of mouth. There's lots of things that are going to play into it. So we do live in a model, in a world where there's multiple touch points. Yeah. We all know that. But these platforms will give you an idea and say, how important is your brand to your business, into your leads and sales? How important is email a role you're playing? How important are ads to your business, and how important is referral and recommendation? Once you know that, you can then go, well, that's really important. I want to double down and do more of that. Or equally, I'm missing a trick here. I'm getting no referral recommendations. I used to get loads. What am I doing? I need to go out and network more. Oh, there's the dog again. Or I need to do this, or I need to do that. Or with ads, actually, we've now got, we're only 20% of our leads are coming in through ads, but actually we want to grow this year. Therefore, what levers can I pull? I can double down on email. I can double down on ads. I can do a better job, maybe do some PR, which again, we don't do, but you can do some PR to drive that brand awareness and all of those things. So brand, email, ads, referrer. Quite like it. I love it. Even if no one likes it, I love it. Well, and I'm just going to roll it out, and I'm going to keep banging the drum and talking about it.
It works.
Simple. Keep it simple, stupid. The KISS analogy.
What you call me?
Mwah. There you go. KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. That's what it is.
Maybe
well, there you go.
The cameras are off.
There you go. Right. Well, there you go. We're back. It's a new year. We've got a new setup, and hopefully, we've just equipped you with a new little marketing sort of tool concept that you can take and have a little experiment in your business. We hope you've enjoyed this one. We've got so many ideas and really cool things that are coming soon to T-Talks and to our other platforms. We should actually give a plug to some of those just before we wrap up, actually. Let's do it. So, what else are we working on? What are you working on that you're doing about 5 of right now?
We are introducing a whole new suite of creative things for our clients and even for people who aren't clients, which is brand films. So if you like what we do, if you've seen our ads out there, if you've seen a lot of the things that I share on LinkedIn, if you like these videos and you just think these guys are creative, I bet they'd be great at representing my brand in a really cool way, then we can make a brand film for you. Whether you are a client or whether or not you don't need our services from a paid point of view and you just want a cool brand film that showcases your brand, it's all available. There you go.
It's going to be available.
It's going to be available.
Not yet, but we're working on those, which is, and I've seen some of the first few done and they're so good. We just had a client, today has emailed us back, because you sent it to them today, and they came back and they were like, oh my God, was their opening line of their email. Says it all. Love that. So that's amazing. We are also working on a new thing we're introducing for this year is Evergreen Stories.
Yes.
These are going to be amazing. So rather than, we have case studies on our website, and one idea that we've been working on at the back end of last year was to come up with a better way of creating case studies because we're doing amazing work, we're getting great results.
We do.
And I don't just want to package it up and go, oh, this was the who cares?
Yeah.
So what we've said, and we're going to basically turn the cameras on as we already have, and we've been capturing this content for ages anyway, and we're going to be putting all the content we're going to be capturing, client meetings, internal meetings, work, what we're doing, how and why we're doing it, going out there, capturing all of the stuff, and we're going to put it all together into like documentary style little features,
longer form.
That's going to be longer form content where we're going to basically tell the story of our clients and how we're working together. The partner, we're going to show the warts and all.
It's a full deep dive
into their business and where they are when they join us. And then we're going to document that. And we've already been capturing. Luckily, we had the foresight to capture a lot of this last year. We didn't know what we were going to do with it.
We always like to leverage our time.
We always leverage our time. So we've captured a lot of that. And we're now going to just piece that together over a period of time and tell that story over months to show what we do. And I just think from a marketing perspective for us, I think it's going to be quite a powerful exercise because we're going to be able to say, well, they started here and now they're here. This is it. But crucially, we are our DNA is storytelling marketers.
Absolutely.
It's why we create all the content. And I think telling the story of this is what we did and how and why we did it, I think it's going to be hugely powerful.
It goes all the way back to the Stone Age.
There you go.
To before the Stone Age, cavemen sat around fires telling stories.
We're storytelling marketers. It's hardwired. So we're gonna do that. I think that's going to be very exciting. And what's really exciting is we said we're going to do 6 a year, just because we're going to do one every 2 months.
You said 12, and I said I can't do one a month, Aaron.
I did ask for 12, and he haggled me down to 6. He said I can't do 12, I can do 6. I was like, okay.
I'm one man.
So, 2 men now.
Well,
we'll be 3 soon. But yeah, it's so we're gonna do 6 every 2 months. We're gonna do one of these. And first one's aiming to come out in late Feb, which is going to be amazing. And I just think I think that's going to be. We haven't even done. We're busy working on 2 or 3. We're working on 3 at the moment, and then running them concurrently.
Yeah, we are filming some tomorrow.
We are
for another
We've
brand.
got. But what's really exciting for me is we had 6, and I sent just a handful. Basically, I asked for 6 of our clients, and I pinged them an email, and I said, "We've got this idea. We're going to do this. Are you happy to document it?" And all of them said yes.
Yeah.
I mean, that's amazing. They all just went, love it.
It's free PR.
It's great PR and exposure for them. But they're loving the journey we're on. And they're like, let's have the cameras rolling. Which, amazing. So that's very, very cool.
Love it.
Already working on those. What else? I think that's probably, that'll do for now.
That'll do for now. Yeah, we don't want to give the whole game away.
Well, we don't. Yeah, exactly. Well, there you go. So that's a couple of things we're working on. You can, as ever, you can now get, as Archie said, you can get our T-Talks both visually and through your ears on all the platforms. You've got Uncut, which as we've had some absolutely amazing guests on there of late. And then you've got obviously what else? T-Break.
T-Break.
Too many things.
Uncut, Grow with Evergreen, T-Break, T-Talks.
Stories.
We
are content machines.
Films.
We are content machines. I love it.
On LinkedIn.
Right.
All
sorts. Anyway, we're rambling. We're going to leave it here. Thanks so much for joining us, and we will see you on the next. Oh, actually, no. Before I leave, there's 2. It's been too long since we've done a T-Talk. I've got too many things to talk about.
The format's gone out the window.
Right. One last thing. I promise.
Yeah.
One last thing, and that is to expect that this year we are planning for T-Talks.
Yes.
It is going to no longer be the Aaron and Darren show.
No, it's not.
This is big news. So we have lots of
before that I'd leave, but I will.
We have lots of new faces in Evergreen, and they're all going to be coming on. Most of them are going to be coming on.
Sometimes it won't be me.
Sometimes it won't be me.
You.
Sometimes imagine when it's neither of us.
Neither of us.
That is going to be a very strange day when it's neither of us on it.
A cold day in hell before I let that happen.
But yes, but we're going to have lots of new faces on here sharing their expertise, because we know a few bits, but we've now got some people on our team that know some incredible stuff, and they're going to be sharing their expertise.
There's only so much I can talk about paid ads.
Right, there you go. I promise now we're finished. So see you on the next one. Ta-da.
Bye.
Jenny? Oh, have you got truffle with you? Right, we're recording that. That's got to go in. That's got to feature, isn't it? I love it.